What if the past didn't just shape you? It rewired your brain. This is how trauma changes the teenage brain. As we look deeper into the neuroscience of trauma, you'll learn how adverse experiences, especially in youth, can alter fear circuits, memory stage, emotional regulation, and even identity. In this episode of EQBloom, we'll walk through what trauma really does to a growing brain and how healing isn't only possible, it's biological. Trauma isn't just the event, it's the impact that event has on the nervous system. Whether it's a one-time incident, acute trauma, prolonged stress, or layered emotional wounds from early neglect or abuse, which is complex trauma, the brain's alarm system reacts in a similar way. The autonomic nervous system flips into fight or flight or freeze mode. Heart rate spikes, cortisol surges, and over time the body learns to stay ready for threat, even when it's not there. This dysregulation hijacks emotional balance, making it hard to calm down or feel safe in your own skin. At the heart of trauma's impact is a tiny almond-shaped structure, the amygdala. It acts as your brain's smoke detector, sensing danger and preparing the body to act. In trauma survivors, especially teens, the amygdala becomes hyperactive. Even small triggers, a sound, a smell, a glance, can send it into overdrive. This hijack suppresses the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for logical thinking and impulse control, so you may overreact or shut down before you can even think. This isn't weakness, it's survival biology. Trauma doesn't just affect how we feel, it rewires how we remember. The hippocampus, the brain's memory librarian, shrinks under chronic stress. Traumatic memories don't get stored like normal ones, instead they fragment, stored in sensory bits, a flash of light, a smell, a sound. This is why flashbacks feel like you're reliving the experience, not just recalling it. Cortisol, the stress hormone, interferes with memory consolidation, disrupting the ability to form coherent narratives of what happened. This confusion intensifies shame and isolation because the story feels unprocessed and inescapable. The teenage brain is still under construction, especially the prefrontal cortex, which governs judgment, self-regulation, and future planning. Trauma delays this development. It literally reduces gray matter volume in regions tied to emotional regulation, decision-making, and empathy. This can lead to impulsivity, risky behaviors, and intense mood swings. It's not defiance, it's adaptation. The brain is prioritizing survival in a world that seems unsafe. Unfortunately, this can show up as poor grades, social withdrawal, or acting out, often misunderstood by adults. Here's the most important truth. The traumatized brain can heal, thanks to neuroplasticity. The brain can forge new pathways and rewire old ones. Practices like EMDR, eye movement, densitization, and reprocessing, CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, and polyvagal regulation help restore safety to the nervous system. When teens engage in journaling, expressive arts, regular movement, and trauma-informed therapy, they signal to the brain, it's safe now. Mindfulness and breathwork stimulate the vagus nerve, which governs our rest and digest system. Over time, the amygdala quiets and the hippocampus rebuilds and the prefrontal cortex regains strength. This isn't instant, but it's real and backed by neuroscience. If you've lived through trauma, your brain has done everything it could to protect you. Hypervigilance, emotional numbness, even avoidance. They're not flaws, they're adaptive responses. But healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means reconnecting with your body, your breath, your story. So ask yourself, why does your nervous system need to feel safe again? How can we build that with science, compassion, and community? This is EQBloom, and your healing matters here. Subscribe for more deep dives into brain health, behavior, and emotional recovery.